4-wall cardboard here. Yeah, 4-wall cardboard. That's some pretty thick stuff. This thing is just a laser beam. It just flies through any material. And look at that. It's just effortless. Like compared to, like, let's say a pair of 2. Same cut, going at the same rate. You can't, it's hard to demonstrate. You just have to feel it, and it's just, the difference between 20 thousandths and 10 thousandths is huge. Absolutely huge. Just less resistance to cut, makes it easier to sharpen. I mean, if you can get on this reblade for razor edge knives, he does such a good job. And these things, it's just a laser beam. It just cuts so well. It's become one of my, I mean, I've always loved the 940, so I kind of have this vision of making this, you know, kind of ultimate 940, which I did a video on, and just how well it performs is just makes it all worth it. It's just, it's like one of my most carried knives because it just cuts so well. I mean, this is just flying through this wood like butter. It bites, it actually bites so deep that it doesn't like, because it's so thin behind the edge and it's so sharp, it just bites in that wood like easily. Like if you're really doing, you know, some good, you want to do some good cuts into wood, the thinner grind is going to do the job. It's just pretty much effortless. Just, I'm putting like no pressure. I don't know if you can see that, but just no pressure at all. And this thing is just not what you really use this knife for. Let's get some curls going, yeah. But you can. Cut them off, dang it. So just a pleasure to use this blade. It's just so, it cuts so well. It'd be good for anything, you know, food prep, especially food. Especially if you're doing vegetables and stuff, you could easily make this into a, you know, EDC kitchen knife. Just because that thin grind M390. The heat treat on this blade, I need to send it in to get tested. I'd like, actually one of the things I'm going to do, but it's hard for me to part with this guy because it's just so, such a pleasure to use. Let's cut up some of those ties. I'm telling you, if you can get it on a reblade, they're expensive. But talk about taking the 940 to a new level, because before the 940 was very thick behind the edge and it had a tall grind and just, I don't know, just didn't cut well. It's a great knife. I've always loved the 940. So this is just a night and day difference, guys. It's like a whole different knife. It's almost like this is a custom and not even a production knife anymore, but these cable, I don't know what these called, just ties. Oh yeah, just way easier to cut than when I was testing them with this guy. Just slices right through them. So, you know, there's lots of reasons why you want a thinner grind. Obviously it's going to cut better, it's going to sharpen easier, it's going to take way less time to sharpen this M390. Yeah, just 4 layers, just whoosh, right through it. So that saying geometry cuts, you know, is true. I wish more production knives would thin out their grinds because it's not necessary. This is still going to be plenty tough. I haven't done any toughness testing on it yet, and I probably will. In fact, pretty soon I'll probably start doing that, see how it does. But I'm confident that it's going to do well because it's heat treated well. You know, it's essentially like buying a custom knife. Like I said, it's not, you know, nothing. No production company is going to heat treat it. I shouldn't say no production companies. Strider does a really good job. Hinder does a really good job on their M390. Or actually, I don't know if Strider's made anything M390, but all their blade stills they do. Oh yeah, that zip tie was like nothing, just right through it. I mean, just absolutely, just a laser. Look at that, so nice. So I just wanted to demonstrate a little cutting with this guy, how easy it goes through cardboard and other materials. It's just absolutely one of my most carried knives. It's not only bad looking, right, but it's just a performing knife. I haven't had to sharpen it. I've used it a ton. It's still, oh yeah, it's still easily shaving my arm. In fact, this thing is so sharp that when I first got it, just doing a simple shave in my arm, it left like this like thin long cut, just a brief, like, you know, shaving some marker like I do with any other knife that doesn't usually cut me, it just shaves. This thing left me, and it was such a clean, thin cut. You can just tell how sharp that sucker is. I have polished the edge on this. I haven't sharpened it, meaning I haven't removed any steel. I just stuck with a factory 15 degrees and just polished it up a little bit, because M390 does pretty well polished. And it's just, like I said, an absolute lightsaber. So if you can get your hands on a reblade, I highly, highly recommend it. They're expensive. They're not going to be cheap. There's a few people doing them. Razor Edge Knives does them. Transparent Knives is another one that I've seen. Definitely worth it. These rock scale design titanium scales are money. I mean, the centering's perfect on this guy. The MXG Benchmade clip is where it's at. I feel I like it a lot. I mean, it's titanium. It just matched better than the stock Benchmade clips are fine. I've used one for years on this guy, but it just looked better with the titanium clips. So I just, you know, upgraded. I may upgrade the hardware to some Adrenaline hardware. I think that's the name of the store. It's in Russia. It's on eBay. It does different hardwares for the 940 on their Benchmade knives. I might do red just to kind of match everything, but overall, this blade was worth it. It wasn't cheap, a couple $100 for just the blade, but it really did make, in my opinion, the ultimate 940. And that spidey hole is so nice to use with the access lock, guys. It's just nice. So yeah, had a few people do a request to do another video on this guy after I've used it for a while and carried it, and it's been a normal in my ADC rotation, and it's an absolute laser beam. It just cuts through everything so easily. So I really makes me want to like get all my knives reground. Just to have like all these just crazy slicers, right? So because they just are more fun to use. They're just more of a pleasure. You can feel the difference in resistance. Like I said, it's very hard to like demonstrate on video what the difference is. You kind of have to feel it in hand, but just going through that cardboard and those other materials, it was easy, you know. And sometimes with other knives, you get some resistance going on, even at the same sharpness. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video on the 940 reblade. Just showing some use and how well it's been doing. This one's not going anywhere anytime. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.